Hi everybody, my name is Joe Warnemont from WriteWithWarnemont.com, and today I'm just going to do a brief tutorial over the writer's task list and word count tool, fully integrated with each other, so you can track the progress of any writing projects that you might have, as well as the word count for when you're actually writing. So this is an Excel spreadsheet, and just to start off, it basically outlines the various projects that you might have. So I actually have 3 projects in here. Actually, I think I have 4. So we have 4 projects in here. So you can make as many of these as you want. You can stack them up. Just copy and paste this entire table here and put a new one, over here or below it if you'd like. But basically, to the left here is going to be a task list. That's a pretty simple task list where you can type in the phase, the due-by date, as well as the notes for whatever phase you're in your writing project. And another cool thing is going to be the percent done. So let's say you have an outline you're working on, and you finally finished it. So you can type in 100% here, and that will give you a meter that portrays the status of that particular phase. So it's a great way to kind of visualize and see how far along you are with that particular phase in your writing project. And then, of course, we can go to character breakdown. Maybe you're still working on it, 20%, or let's say you completed it and you're going into your writing phase. So that allows you to kind of change these meters and fully visualize where you are in that process. And then, like I said, you can type in the phase, due-by date, and notes. With the phase, these are just things that I have in here myself, but you can go in here and change these. So if you're not going to be submitting a works cited or thank you letter, or you don't plan on following up, then you can change those or just take them out if you like. But they're in there by default, I believe, for the download on my website. So you can change those up however you want. And then on the, let's say this is due Christmas Eve, so we got a rough due date. Then you can type in notes, any notes that you might have. But the really cool thing is going to be the word count tool, where you can go over here and paste in your word count. So let's say you have an article. I think I have a rough blog post that this is actually from my website, but I'm just going to copy that over onto my computer, and then let's say I wanted to test out the word count. So what we can do is actually double click in this yellow area right here and paste all the words you have in this area. What you want to do is double click, because if you just single click, it won't be able to count the words. So you want to double click so you can see the cursor flashing just like that. And you can do Control V, or you can right click and paste. I just did Control V, and then you hit enter, and then that will calculate your current word count right here. So you can see there's a formula in there that's going to calculate your word count, and then you can also type in your goal. So maybe we had a 3,000 word goal. So you'll edit that yourself. And then another calculation we have down here is writing progress. So this will just be your writing phase. So 32% of our project our writing is completely done. And then that's going to be reflected over here as well. So this field is actually going to be something that you can leave as is, because that is calculating. That's actually just pulling right from over here, so this is going to match that. All the other percentages done, you can change those yourself just by typing in the number. And then one other calculation we have over here that will help you see how far along you are in your project is the overall project. So you have your writing progress at 32%, but what about all of this? So let's say we 32% of writing, and while we were writing, we also put together a cover letter. We got that done, as well as a works cited and a query letter, whatever you're completely done with, or maybe you started working on a follow-up and didn't quite complete it. Well, that will be reflected over here. So we have 60% or 68%, sorry, of our total project done. So we're getting closer, and and then you can look at your due by date and see exactly when that's going to be due and when you need to actually get it completed. So it's a nice little task list. It's simple. It integrates with the word count tool. There are plenty of free word count tools online. The reason I like having an Excel sheet is, one, it's right on your computer. It's easy to use, open, but this also integrates with your task list, so it can go directly into this, and it'll calculate, and you can see exactly how far along you are. And then just a couple last words. If you ever wanted to just clear this out, start from scratch, what you want to do is just delete all of your words inside that cell. That'll bring the word count to 0, writing progress to 0, and of course you can just change all these to 0%. Alright, so that is just about it for the writer's task list and word count tool. If you guys have any questions, feel free to email me. My email is joebrast@gmail.com, so joebrasst@gmail.com. And you can also contact me through my website, and you can also check out different tools that I'm going to be putting on there for writers of all sorts, and that's writewithwarnemont.com. So if we go here, you can just check out that URL, Write with Warnemont. I have blog posts on really embracing your life as a writer and creating an adventure out of it. So I love writing. I love helping people write efficiently with different types of tools. So once again, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. Thank you.